Whew. When I said the Brooklyn Nets was going to beat the Milwaukee Bucks, I was beyond right. The Bucks ain't got no answers for the Brooklyn Nets. I said this before the series even started, that Milwaukee Bucks can't beat the Nets. The Nets got too much offensive firepower for the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, for the Milwaukee Bucks. You know, y'all always keep thinking Giannis is always going to be doing something big come playoff time. If he didn't do it in the past, why would he do it now? He's just not that type of guy when it comes to all-around scoring. The man cannot shoot to take his team to another level. If you can't shoot, you're going to have a hard time lifting your team to the promised land. You got to have an offensive skill set that warrants a jump shot. Okay? Giannis don't got other superstars to bail him out with a jump shot. He has to be the main guy with a jump shot. You know? Even the other guys, small forward or power forward position that can shoot, they shoot better than Giannis. You know, LeBron is a better shooter than Giannis Antetokounmpo. You know, LeBron's a better three-point shooter and he's a better mid-range shooter. All right. So he's even more reliable when it comes playoff time with a jump shot than Giannis. Giannis can't shoot. Okay. I mean, I don't know, no other way to put this, but Giannis can't shoot. I'm trying to put it the most honest way I could possibly put it. But did you see the way one of the most skilled offensive players of all time, okay, Kyrie Irving, he put Giannis Antetokounmpo on skates. He put Giannis Antetokounmpo on skates. That was nasty. Then Blake Griffin dunks on Giannis. Giannis got dunked on and he got crossed up. And crossed up. Dunked and crossed up. That's crazy. Your top five is a little different from mine's, Bistro. I wouldn't put Harden in there or Steph Curry. But, I mean, that's your top five. That's your top five. I respect it. You know, can't take nothing away from it. Blake Griffin finessed the whole league. Why you say that? They got too much offensive firepower. This is a super team. And like some of you guys say, this is Kyrie Irving's second super team. So that means his first super team was with LeBron. Common sense. These are the same extreme LeBron fans that say, oh, the other one wasn't a super team, but you just said the first one, you just said Kyrie got two. So if Kyrie got two, that means he was on two super teams. One with LeBron. Bucks been in trouble. I kept telling y'all that. Nobody gonna beat the Nets. They fully healthy. And the Nets got enough firepower to get to the finals without James Harden. James Harden gives them an unfair advantage. James Harden makes them a super team. You know? No, it's not. This is Kyrie Irving's second super team. He gonna get hold to that penalized too. This is second super team. Second big three. He had a big three in Cleveland. Now you have a big three in Brooklyn. What you can do is compare what big three was better. What big three was better? The big three in Cleveland or the big three in Brooklyn? Yeah, obviously the big three in Brooklyn got way more firepower, right? In terms of scoring. No, that is a super team. You got three. You got a big three. That's the criteria for the modern day super team. Yeah, they were. And another aspect to having a super team is having an unfair advantage over everybody in the conference. The Cavaliers had an unfair advantage for everybody in the conference. What it do, Z? Man, I don't know if the Bucks gonna get one game. James Harden gonna have a good vacation. He don't have to play the rest of the series, and he could probably possibly still win. Giannis can't shoot. Giannis is not a superstar for me. I keep telling y'all. Y'all consider him a superstar. I never said Giannis was a superstar for me. Giannis is an all-star. You can't take your game to the next level. I don't want to hear it. Even though he's not playing against a super team now. So what's the issue? James Harden is not playing, so there's no super team out there. He got to be getting busy. This is going to be the most easiest championship for James Harden ever. He could probably get a championship. All he have to do is play 2 or 3 games in the finals. At least so he could say he had an impact in the finals. Because once they get to the third round, they're going to smoke the next team. Atlanta and Philly they ain't no problem. Miss me with that Atlanta and Philly. They ain't nobody's. Well, who are those guys? They're going to get swept, most likely. Man, they paid those guys because they got no other choice. Nobody wants to come to Milwaukee. Who wants to come to Milwaukee? Steph Curry trying to slide to LA. When did you hear that? You seen Shaq try to run to the board? Every time I get Brooklyn Nets game live stream, it don't work. KD gonna get 6 rings. He should at least get 2 rings on his team or more, because that super team stuff always gets increased as time goes by. Bucks could potentially get swept. I had Bucks losing in 5 or 6 if James Harden was playing, but I may be wrong on that. The ass whooping may come a little faster. This win right here puts them in the driver's seat. They're only 2 wins away. They could get that at this pace without James Harden. They got too much offensive firepower. Kevin Durant's arguably one of the top 5, if not the best player in basketball as of right now. And Kyrie Irving is Kyrie Irving, man. They got too much firepower. Y'all seen what Kyrie Irving did to Giannis? He had the whole Brooklyn crowd going, ooh. He put that boy on skates. Giannis got put on skates, then he got dunked on. Bad. I got the Nuggets winning game 1. Bro, Giannis, he's not on the championship team. He's never going to be on the championship team with this Milwaukee squad. And he's never going to be a number 1. He's not a true number 1. He can't carry a team to victory because he can't shoot. He's offensively limited. He can only take you so far. He needs a Dame Dollar. If Giannis plays with a Dame Dollar, he can win the championship. I think the 2017 Warriors were better because they were a little more diverse with their supporting cast. They didn't have the defensive problems that this Brooklyn Nets team got. Dame will have to be a first option in the playoffs if he's playing with Giannis. Giannis can't be a first option no more, man, because his offensive skill set is too limited. You know? Jones, stop playing, man. You know the term super team and where it comes from. Stop acting like you in the 1980s, man. This is not this generation. You know the term, and you know what qualifies a super team. Trade Middleton to the Lakers. We all know it's a team sport. All right, stop it. Super teams are a new generation thing, especially the way they get built now. We're talking about guys jumping from team to team, all playing together. Top 5, top 10 players all coming together when they already was the man on their own teams. Different. He may do. If LeBron is going to get Dame, he will have a super team too. Again.
Babe, you have my phone?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, can you charge it? Because I need that.
Yo, hold on for a minute. I'm got to check on this pizza. All right. I got this big pizza I got to let cool off. New York style. I got to let that bad boy cool off. Pizza with pepperoni. You know I'm going to dig into that. If the Lakers get Dame Dollar, they're going to come back strong.
And come storming in. Not because of who I am, not because of what you've done, not because of what
Man, see, this is what y'all was talking about, man. Y'all was keep acting like I don't think LeBron's winning any more championships no more either, Zach, unless Dame goes there. If Dame goes there, then it's a different story. Yeah, you know I'm getting that Italian pizza going on, that New York pizza. Yo, I'm all New York out today. Check me out, y'all. Check me out. New York out, representing Queens in the house. You know, this is not the New York team I would like to see representing for my city, though. I wish this was the New York Knicks, the true New York team, orange and blue. You know. You know. Oh yeah, when Durant put that pull-up 3 on him, you know. But this is no surprise, man. We supposed to predict that the Nets was going to win. Why you think we had a problem? Why you think I had a problem when James Harden joined the Nets? Because I know this was potentially could happen. But as of right now, they're not a super team until James Harden get on that floor. Right now, it's just 2 guys kicking everybody's ass. That's all it comes down to. That's all this is. 2 guys kicking everybody's ass. This got nothing to do with no super team right now until James Harden gets back.
You.
What's good, son?
What up, man? Nah,
Yo,
what up?
yo, game 1, Kevin Durant crossed up Giannis. Game 2, Kyrie crossed up Giannis. And now, later in the game, Blake Griffin dunked on Giannis. Giannis getting his ass kicked out here. I told y'all Giannis ain't no superstar.
Yo, P.
I've been told y'all that, right? But I was
Yo,
telling
B.
you.
The Bucks is getting swept by Brooklyn.
They may get swept, man. Giannis ain't a number one, man. His offensive skill set just don't. He need help. He can't shoot
He can't carry his team on his own.
because he's lacking an offensive skill set to
It's
do
just
so.
that in
Yeah.
the regular season, it's easy to be a fraud in the regular season.
It come playoff time, they start to choke.
Yeah, like Coop said, it's easier to be a star in the regular season because it's
Like it's
fast
easy to
paced.
be a
You
fraud.
can get to the basket and dunk.
It's easy to be a fraud in the regular season, you know, because the
I
NBA
got the Nuggets win game 1 against Phoenix.
What you were saying, who?
So it's easy to be a fraud in the regular season.
Word.
James Harden do it all the time.
He said James Harden did that.
Man, I'm telling you right now, the Nets they're gonna get their easy way to the finals. There's no team is beating the Nets. Maybe Clippers might give them problems, but I can't see the Clippers beating the Nets, man.
They got a lot of offensive firepower, man. If James Harden don't play, it'd be a little evenly matched.
It'd be even. If James Harden plays in the conference finals against Philly or Atlanta, there's no chance for them beating the Nets.
That's a hell of a player to have as your third option.
Yeah.
Having James Harden as your third option and he don't have to carry your team.
Yeah.
That puts him in great position to win.
Yeah, because I'm glad James Harden left Houston.
Dinwiddie playing too, right?
No, Dinwiddie ain't playing. He'll be back next season.
Yeah, he'll be back next season.
Yeah, they're gonna be even deeper next season because they're gonna have all them dudes. And Blake Griffin looking like old Blake Griffin for these last 2 games. He yapping it on people, dunking on people. He had 18 in game 1. You know?
I remember like 2 months ago, I was arguing with somebody on your channel. They were saying Blake Griffin is washed up. And
I remember that.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, no, he's not. I'm like, listen, he was an all-star like 2 years fucking ago.
Word.
Come on, he finally dunked. I said, y'all really think he can't fucking still dunk? Motherfuckers just stupid, man.
They Blake Griffin haters.
Word. Man, people crazy with that stuff, man.
Blake Griffin ain't washed.
Yeah.
He should be on bad teams.
Word.
But
do you think I get Dame Dollar, Tay Davis?
Nah, that won't happen. We don't need.
I think the Jason Kidd may be your head coach, but he want Dame Dollar on the Lakers. So
you know what I'm saying? If we get Dame Dollar, that's a super team for us. We don't need a super team.
Well, LeBron needed
I don't know why he needs it. This will be like a third super team for him.
Bro, LeBron is not even a fourth option right now. Look how the fuck he's looking.
He looking bad, man. He wet the bed in this final. I mean, in this playoffs.
Bro, AD is our number 1 option for my Lakers.
Check this out, bro. Check this out. If a prime LeBron needed a super team to win.
Say that again.
Hold on.
All right.
Hot as fuck. Damn. Yeah, I said if a prime LeBron needed a super team to win, imagine a washed up one.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. Perfect example. He definitely
Here comes
that.
Bistro.
You know,
with the nonsense.
This is probably LeBron's 3rd worst performance in the playoffs.
The first one in 2011.
2011. Second one probably 2010, and this is probably his 3rd one. You know.
Yo, I'm gonna say the 2011 finals was LeBron's worst career.
I mean, he had some disappearing acts, man. LeBron didn't disappear in games for the first time. Don't act like this is
right.
not.
He didn't disappear.
He disappeared in game 1 in 2018.
Yeah,
remember he threw that hissy fit with the J.R. Smith thing. The game wasn't over. They went into overtime. He was hot. So why couldn't you close that game out?
Right. LeBron just need players to bail him out.
Man.
Bucks making a comeback. What? Be sure the Bucks are not. They're not making a comeback.
He said Bucks making a comeback.
That's not gonna happen.
Word.
You know, they mad to see Kawhi still playing.
Word, man. This is gonna probably be Nets. Nets and Bucks.
Kawhi might. Kawhi. He might give the Jazz problems.
He should.
Yeah, he should. He should. If the Clippers can't beat the Jazz in the conference, it's all depends if Paul George win. He can show or not. Because you can't make Kawhi do everything wrong here. Paul George, you need to help Kawhi just like you did in the Mavs series. But it's like, but Utah got too much depth on them. It could go 7 games. It could.
That Mavs series is supposed to bend over, man, if they make adjustments.
Yeah, they had bad
what in the Mavs game?
Bad coaching.
Oh. Yes.
Yeah, bad. I still think Ty Lue can coach.
I mean, he could coach now. I figure he could coach now. He proved he can coach. I mean, he got a good record in elimination games. So
yeah, good. He got good.
When it's all on the line, I see he do good. So can't knock him.
Yeah, man. This gonna be a tough test for the Clippers, man.
I didn't even know that. They showed the stat the other day.
Wow. Bro, if Kawhi can pull this off, he's gonna get a lot of props.
I ain't gonna lie, he was fucking right. I thought he was full of shit. He talking about now it's time for me to show my secret weapon. Like, nigga, what the fuck? This has been that, right?
Right.
But he wasn't lying though. So right or wrong, I give him his props.
Word.
That nigga crazy as a motherfucker.
To be honest, Kawhi was carrying the Clippers though.
Yep.
Word.
Pandemic P back it again. He had another bad performance. He still get his points, but he would shoot like 4 out of 10, something like that. I don't know.
I think he's saying, can LeBron carry a team like Kawhi just did, like in the fucking Western Conference? Do you think?
I don't know. I don't think that's now. No.
I'm talking about like even in the prime when it's LeBron and the playing field is even. With all that pressure, everybody talking down on you, like, oh, you know.
Well, yeah, he hasn't actually did prove that to people wrong yet. No, he's only proved that he can win with multiple players on his team.
Mm-hmm.
Jokic, I'm sorry for Suns fans. Jokic, he's gonna get the Suns problems. Too much problems.
Right. I mean, y'all forget that in 2010, the Cavaliers was favorites to beat the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, for real.
They had the best record in the league. Everybody in the media said LeBron was going to go to the finals. He was disappearing, choking in games because of the so-called Delonte West. He was messing with his moms. Well, I don't know if that was true or not, but that was the narrative around it. No. If that was the case, man, before the game even start, you need to pull Delonte West to the side, man. Yeah. I mean, you be playing that basketball game with a black eye before that game starts. If I'm LeBron. Huh? Nah, I didn't drop none.
Yeah, Bucks. They don't have an answer for Kevin Durant.
How the fuck they even found that shit out, though?
I don't know, man. I think because of rumors, because he was around.
What's up, G Money?
A lot, something like that. I don't know.
What's going on? How you guys doing?
What's up, man? Yo, the Nets gonna win the championship, brother.
Yeah, this year.
Yeah, they're going to. The Nets are too deep, man. Look, if you're the Bucks gotta be disgusted right now. I mean, think about this. They don't have the beard. They don't have Jeff Green. And your perimeter defense. I know the Nets can shoot, How is Blake Griffin looking like the LA Clipper version of himself, posterizing the Greek Freak? How is Bruce Brown getting offensive rebounds and hitting threes like a butt? That's what I want to know.
When you play with great players, it rubs off on you, the energy.
I try to tell people, KD, Catherine, he is a better scorer than LeBron James.
No, I agree with that part. That I agree with. And
What
What you said?
No, I was saying hi to somebody in the chat.
You said that Kevin Durant what?
Look at Bistro, hard again a fake ring. Look at Bistro. Wow. Really? I don't know about that.
Well, hold on. Wait, what you say?
No, Bistro said that hard again a fake ring. No ring is fake. Come on, man.
Right, no ring is fake. Come on. Bistro style on. Never mind.
But anywho, if you're the Bucks, man, if they have any shot to get back in this game, get this lead to around 12 or 13 by the fourth quarter. Try to be physical. Try to clog the paint. If they have any shot to make this competitive. If it's 20 plus, this game's over.
Yeah, but the Bucks they just like a regular season team.
Pretty
if
much.
They do regular season, come playoff, they choke.
And Chris Middleton, inconsistent. I don't care that he hit 6 straight shots for Spain. I don't care. It's not been impactful. They're not impactful. Giannis has had no impact tonight. Drew Holiday's been quiet. I'm sorry. I mean, and they're not feeding Brook Lopez in the post. Feed him in the block.
Wow. Yeah, what you think of this Dame Dollar to the Lakers, according to Adrian Walt?
That'll never happen. That'll never happen. And I like Dame. I would lose some respect if he went to the Lakers. Not a lot, but some. If he did that, I would lose some respect, but I don't think that's going to happen. I'm not going to buy into that story.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
If I were Dame, go to Milwaukee or Philly or even Boston.
Or to the Knicks.
He should go to Milwaukee, man. Giannis
Mhm.
needs somebody that could close games and that could shoot.
True. That's why I think he'll fit with Milwaukee. I don't want him on New York. I like Dame, but if we have Randall and Dame, I'm sorry, too much iso ball and hero ball. I don't want that. There's a reason why we got smacked by the Hawks. We were playing hero ball basketball and we're not spacing. I'm sorry, man. I don't want Dame. Listen, Dame's a great player and I love Dame, but I'm sorry, I don't want him on the Knicks, man. Because if we play a team like the Nets, or you get what I'm saying, if we play a team like the Nets with that, they can kill us with transition and spacing. If we play a team like the Bucks, I know Milwaukee is inconsistent, but Milwaukee can defend when they want to.
Mm-hmm.
And Drew Holiday gives Dame's problems. So I like Dame, but I don't want Dame on the Knicks. To me, I'd rather have Dame on like the Sixers or the Bucks. Or even the Celtics.
If he goes to the Bucks, though, who's the alpha?
It's between.
Dame or
it might still be. It's tough for me. It might still be Greek Freak, though. It might.
Greek Freak is so overrated, man. He's not a superstar.
Oh, Giannis is not a superstar?
No, he's not.
Oh, boy. Look, Giannis is overrated, which I agree, but I can't see he's not.
So he's in the Eastern Conference and still haven't even reached the finals, bro.
He made the conference finals, only one.
That's sad. In the East.
But Dane and Zach made a good point. Dane could go to Boston too. With Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Woo!
That's not gonna be a good fit.
You don't think so? Why not?
Dame got to be more of a better point guard for that to work.
That's true.
Dame shoots too fucking much. And you got Jaylen. You got Jaylen Brown. He's getting better because he's getting the ball more. Jason Tatum ain't necessarily getting better, but he's putting up more shots. Jaylen Brown is getting better. It looked like Jason Tatum's getting better, but he's really not. He's just putting up more shots.
That's a good point.
His defense didn't improve. He got, he can improve more, but his efficiency, he just putting up more shots.
Hop on the mic, man.
Right.
You have a good point there. I mean, I like Dame, but like you said, man, sometimes Dame can be a shot jacker. Sometimes
Yeah.
Yes,
there's a
Dame.
reason why his percentages are low in the playoffs. Sometimes there's a reason.
Yeah, cause he likes to shoot the ball too much.
And also, look, I know Dame averaged 34 in the playoffs this year, but if you watch the games, he did his damage in the first half. He struggled in
Honestly,
the
Yeah.
the
second
only
half.
team, that Dame would fit good on right now is the motherfucking Knicks. Send his ass to the
I
Knicks.
don't want that, man. Nah,
Yeah.
nah. Hero ball, iso ball.
Whoa.
Nah,
Nah,
nah.
bro, he
What?
got a
Hold on. I'm just figure. What about San Antonio?
nah. The
Yeah,
Knicks,
he's not
bro.
going to the Spurs. Pop, he will never join the Spurs. If he went, Popovich would not tolerate iso ball.
Oh yeah.
Bro, he belongs on the Knicks, bro. The Knicks will definitely make a fucking conference finals.
Yeah, but is that gonna beat like the Nets in a 7 game series? No.
I mean, with the development of RJ Barrett, Toppin, and y'all players, who knows? Like a year from two from now, who knows?
I mean, I hear you, man, but
Remember, y'all still got a young players who's getting better. Julius Randle's still getting better.
true. Giannis
Until
can't make free throws right now. Sheesh.
Yeah.
who
Yeah,
knows what a Dame? Who knows what a Dame? Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, Toppin. You got Rose as a
Yeah.
backup. Oh, you still got the kid fucking Knox. Knox, I don't know
Uh,
why he's not. But I don't know why he's not playing like that. He's gonna be playing more minutes.
to be honest, Kevin, I'm done with Kevin Knox. I gotta be honest. Kevin Knox,
Yeah,
to me,
buzz.
he's overrated. He doesn't have drive. He doesn't play defense. I'm sorry. I'm not a big
He
fan of Kevin Knox.
he's just a buzz.
He's a bust, yes. And to be honest, he's a bricklayer. The dude has
Yeah.
not shot over 40% of his career. Think about that. He's been in the league for 3 years now.
I mean, he was a lot better like 2 years ago.
2 years ago, his rookie year, he was pretty good. Now he's regressed.
Now that's something he needs to change his team, man.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
Milwaukee, man, I'm watching this game. They're not rebounding. Brooklyn's going to the basket at will and getting open threes. KD is destroyed. Greek Freak. Joe Harris getting open catch and shoot threes. And look at Durant dancing, prancing.
Yeah, you,
Nice floater.
you know,
Yeah.
would have been a top five player right now if they didn't get injured. That nigga Jabari Parker would have been a beast,
Hmm
Yeah.
man.
Facts.
Mm.
He'd be a top five player, bro. He was playing defense too.
hmm
He was gonna be. He was supposed to have been a better version of Carmelo.
hmm So, assuming Brooklyn hangs on and win this game, how long do you think the series will go?
4 or 5.
4 or 5 games. They don't even need James Harden. And
Do you think they're going to need Harden in the next round against Atlanta
Philly.
or Philly?
nope. Nope. If Kyrie and Kevin Durant playing at the high level, they don't need none of that. You know, if James Harden just puts them over the
Damn,
top,
Bishop. You turn to a
that's all he
bandwagon?
does basically. He just puts them over the top. If you
Mhm.
don't get James Harden for the rest of this playoffs, it'd be a little more competitive because it'd be, let's just say the Clippers make finals. You
Mhm.
have Paul George and Kawhi versus
Kevin and Kyrie.
and then
Yeah.
just role players. That'd be a little more even. But James
Right,
Harden is the
right.
guy that's giving you. That's a pretty good option to have for
Mhm.
a third option if you want to even go that route.
Right. That's true. That's true. That's true.
Bishop joined the bandwagon of the Brooklyn Nets.
What y'all think about Kawhi shooting over 60% in that series against the Magic
Mavs,
while averaging 30?
beast. The
That is,
Claw, the Kawhinator, the Terminator. He was stupendous. He's a great playoff performer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he just
last year
he was carrying the Clippers though.
he was carrying. Last year he struggled, but this year
No,
his jumpers
wait. No, last year he just had a bad game, like game 7. Bro.
fine. Okay, he was good until Game 7. Can I say that? He was good
Yeah,
until Game 7. Okay. But most of the time, he usually comes through in the playoffs. Kawhi Leonard's a killer. He can defend. He's athletic. Remember that vicious poster dunk he had in Game 1 on Kleba? Remember that? Early in the season, that was vicious. Also, he can hit the three, create his own shot. And you also had to consider the Mavs play no defense. So you have to consider that too.
The
But Kawhi,
Mavs play defense this series. They was playing defense.
nah,
They was playing defense this
sometimes.
series, bro. They was playing defense.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that Kawhi's on a great playoff run.
Probably in a regular season they wasn't, but this playoffs they definitely was playing D. Luka wasn't there.
Not they at times, but other times, no, they're not. Check Game 7. They were not playing all that great defense, but because they were playing too much zone. I watched that whole game. You don't want to play zone against a great shooting Clippers team. You don't want to do that because they'll make you pay. And but back to Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard had a monster series. I think he'll play well versus Utah. It will be a 7-game series. I think it's going to be a long series. I think it can go either way. I think Kawhi will give everything he has. And again, we will see what happens. But I'm sorry, who's facts? By around June or around the end of July, the end of June, Spider Mitchell and CP3 will play against each other for the Western Conference crown. That's my guess. I'm sorry, man. I gotta go with the Jazz over the Clippers in a tough 7-game series. Kawhi has been phenomenal through his whole playoff run to this point. But even though Paul George has played well to this point, is he going to show up against a great Jazz defensive team? You just have to wait and see, man. But I got to go with the Jazz in 7, man. I just think it's hard to win in Salt Lake City. I just think that, not only are they great offensively, they can clog the paint, they can do the pick and roll, they have a lot of catch and shoot 3-point shooters. And I just think Spider Mitchell would not be denied of a finals trip. The only team in the West that I would have given a great chance to knock off the Jazz would have been the Suns. I would have said Lakers, but Lakers are eliminated. But I'm sorry, man. The Clippers to me are just too streaky for me. I'm sorry. I'm going with the Jazz in 7 grueling games.
I hear that.
And it's hard to win in Salt Lake City. I understand, Prince, that you're not a big believer in the Jazz. I'm not saying they'll win the title. I don't think they will. I think it'll be the Nets. But I just look at the circumstances in the West. The Nuggets are not healthy. They don't have Jamal Murray and Will Barton. The Suns, they're a good team, but other than Jay Crowder and Chris Paul, they don't have a lot of experience. And the Clippers are just too streaky for me. They're just too streaky for me. So,
well, we could say this, though, then. Yep. Even though we separate on who's going to win that series, we could at least agree on this, though. The winner of that series is going to the finals.
Oh, yeah, I agree with that, 100%. Okay. I agree. The Suns, they'll fight, but the Suns are not experienced, and the Nuggets are not healthy. But I agree with that. Whoever wins this series, pretty much you're the Western Conference champion.
Oh, yeah. Well, is that a charge that KD just tucked from Giannis?
Oh, sorry, because my stream is late. Because I'm using my computer, my stream is late.
No, but yo, I got to give Giannis credit for guarding these guys. He stepped up to guard Kyrie Irving, and he stepped up to guard Durant. Even though they cooking him, he's still taking his ass whipping like a man. So I got to give him that.
True, man. That's true. But if Milwaukee's going to have any shot to make this series competitive, Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton has to show up. The role players have to show up.
That's why I'm just saying the Bucks never had enough offensive power to beat anybody with. No, they're not They're not a true championship contending team. They're more like a regular season team.
Pretty much.
He needs a second go-to guy, or maybe Giannis got to come down to a second go-to guy. They need somebody. Yeah. You need a Kawhi or a Kyrie, a guy that could shoot and close.
Right. If they had a Kawhi or a Kyrie, this team would be dangerous. The Bucks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they said ever since 2016, Kawhi's been averaging 30 plus and 10 in the playoffs.
He's a beast, man, bro.
Yeah, he's a beast. He's been beasting
on both sides of the ball. He's a great defender too,
which is very, very rare in today's league because guys are so offensive minded. To find a guy that's willing to play defense and score, that's a throwback.
Facts. But man, this Nets team has a lot of depth, shooting, and like I said, Brooklyn could play D when they want to.
Oh yeah. Brooklyn's not a good defensive team, but they step up in spurts.
That's what I'm saying.
They try to just step up in the big moments that they need. Then the rest is trying to outscore you.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. They're not a good defensive team, but But like I said, they can lock you up when they want to, and they're very good. They're a great team when it comes to moving that ball. Brooklyn loses a
bro.
lot of swing passes, spacing. This team's gonna be hard to beat when they're on point. Hey, Shaman on fire.
These playoff games are not fun, bro. This is not fun.
Some of them are, man. I do like this
Some-
year's playoffs. I ain't gonna sit there and say I don't like it. You know,
I'm talking about in the East.
just because, like, I mean, like, I get a lot of people now that don't want to, that they turning on the NBA because LeBron not playing. Like, come on, man.
Nah, I love
How you a real basketball fan if all you care about is just LeBron?
That's crazy.
I don't even care about I don't even care about LeBron. All I care about is my Lakers.
Yeah. But I mean, just because your favorite team lose, that doesn't mean that basketball is trash because your favorite team lost. Just come back next season and see what's up.
LeBron,
exactly. And there's other fun teams.
LeBron will get one more ring next year. I
don't think so. I think that's over with. If
LeBron
LeBron don't get
over,
LeBron don't get another superstar, I think they ain't winning another championship. Because I can't trust AD to be healthy. I never did.
Oh yeah, that's a done deal.
That's a done deal, man. AD has never been healthy.
Lakers just need good role players and actually good shooters.
You got good role players. You got everything you need. You just don't got health.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all got everything. Y'all got everything y'all need. It's just that LeBron James is not it. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Y'all need to replace him.
So who you got for the Nuggets and the Suns? I got Suns today. You?
Oh, I'm a split on that. I'm going with Nuggets.
Whoa, Denver to win tonight?
Yeah, I'm going for the wild card, man. I'm going for something crazy. I'm going with the Nuggets.
Wow.
Jokic is going to give the Suns problems. Watch.
I think Jokic's going to have a triple-double tonight, an effective triple-double. Not no stat pad triple-double.
Who they playing?
Suns. They're in Phoenix, 7-game series. And I want to throw this out there. If Denver wins this series, it'll be the first time in their franchise history they'll go to back-to-back Western Conference Final. If Phoenix wins this series, it'll be the first ever conference final since 2010. So, just fun facts, though. So,
Jones said the ratings will drop. Listen, it's going to drop. You know why? Because the NBA spent too much time promoting LeBron. That's not because the game sucked. It's because that everybody's programmed to just talk about LeBron all the time. That the NBA did a bad job by just promoting one guy.
Right. I'm telling you, the NBA watch the NBA gonna let LeBron get in there. I don't want no super teams. I just want to run it back.
Right now, KD just having it easy, going to the bucket. That was a super duper Houdini that he just put on the Bucks. Nice layup.
Brooklyn, I'm Milwaukee fan. Y'all getting swept.
I don't know about sweep. I think the Bucks will get a home game. But I will say this. If Milwaukee loses game 3, they will be swept. If they lose game 3.
Who fast? Go help the Milwaukee Bucks. They need you, man.
And it's kind of a shame if you're the Bucks. Last year, you got spanked by Miami. I would have thought, they'll come out with more fire. You beat Miami in the sweep this year. Not only are you losing this series, you don't even show passion. That's what's crazy. Like,
Burger just got too many firepower. That's why.
And depth. And like we all agree, I know the Nets do not defend great, but I said this a million times. They can play D when they want to. And right now they're playing some great defense. And the Nets, do you think they need James Harden to win the championship, or you don't think so?
Technically, no, they don't need it. I think he just puts them over the top. Him on that team just makes them say, okay, they're gonna win. They're gonna win, and that gives them the edge. I think it's more competitive if James Harden is not playing. Then at least you can sit there and say we get a more mano on a mano who's better. The minute James Harden comes back on that court, it's going to be an unfair balance.
I hear you, man.
How much want to bet for next year? The NBA is going to help LeBron for next year. How much want to bet the NBA is going to help LeBron for next year?
I don't know if they're going to win it all next year. It depends what the Lakers do, but it depends. Is AD going to stay healthy? Probably not. LeBron's getting old.
Yeah, he's getting old, though.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna win it. The more I think about it, they're not gonna win it all next year. And the West is gonna get stronger too. Don't forget.
Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
agree with that.
This is but Kawhi has to win it this year. Kawhi has no excuses this year. Like the Clippers have no excuses this year. Like yes, the Nets are deep, but if you're the Clippers, I'm not giving you a pass this year. You better win it all.
Mm. Okay.
It'll be tough though.
Man,
I
what you
think the
mean?
Nets.
First of all, bro, with the team, the Nets got the three stars, bro. The only thing the Clippers could do is try to compete, bro. It ain't no guarantee that Kawhi must win this year if he go against them, bro. Are you
I
crazy?
know. I never said it was a guarantee. All I'm
Oh, I
saying
mean,
is
no, I'm saying you saying like there's no excuse and this and that. Like he's going against a super team, bro. It
we
is
have seen super teams lose before, right? Look at Dirk Nowitzki. He beat a super team, right? So what is the argument?
the super teams built different.
Doesn't matter. The Miami Heat look what the Brooklyn Nets are doing right now. The Miami Heat was people forget how dominant they were going into the finals. All right,
Man.
Miami was rolling through the
That was all on LeBron though. That's because he choked. If
Well,
LeBron was LeBron, they would beat that Dallas Mavericks team.
I know. So I agree with that. What I'm saying is that I know the Nets are great, but the Nets are not invincible. Okay, Brooklyn's not invincible. No team is.
I
Let's just
mean,
be honest.
yes, you have to build a team that's basically built off of beating them, bro. But the Clippers wasn't built to beat them because they didn't know that they was gonna exist until like a quarter through the season, bro.
Okay, so if you're not built to beat a team, then why are you playing? That's what I want to know.
Well, you still gonna play to try to compete, bro.
All right. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. All
Like
I'm
they just
saying is
heated the
this.
whole system, bro. Like listen, like if listen, bro, like, if Kawhi and the Clippers they go against the boys and they play hard and they lose, I'm not taking nothing from Kawhi. Like he went up against a whole fucking super team, bro.
I understand that, but I get that. But we have seen super teams lose before because of matchup. And don't forget too, you almost beat Brooklyn in Brooklyn with the three of them. Don't forget about that.
That's regular season, bro. And this is different, bro. Like this is 7 games, so we'll see what happens. There's nothing I could take. That's
No,
not
I
gonna.
picked the Nets to win. I'm just saying is that personally, in my opinion, this is what I believe. I'm not going to give Kawhi a pass if he loses a series. I'm sorry, because yes, the Nets have more talent, but the Clippers have depth
You
themselves. Don't
sound
forget.
crazy. Kawhi get a pass, bro. The whole NBA and the whole
I mean,
NBA
you can give him a pass. I won't. Sorry.
because you're a Kawhi hater. That's why.
How am I a Kawhi hater? What? Yo, Prince, do I hate Kawhi?
Nah, I haven't shown. I haven't heard nothing about you say you hate him. I mean,
Yeah,
Like what you just said right there just ain't make no sense. You sound like a Kawhi hater, bro. Cause that right there just didn't
because
make
I
no
say
sense,
there's no reason to not win this year.
bro. You telling me so? Yo, P, like he's saying, oh yeah, like if Kawhi go against the Clippers and they play hard and lose, he's like, he's saying he's not giving Kawhi Leonard a pass to losing to the Brooklyn Nets super team. I'm like, bro, I won't hold that against him for losing against them, bro.
All right. Yo, who's fast? Are the Nets unbeatable? Is that what you're telling me?
But you have to build a roster that's built to
No,
beat
I'm
them,
answering my
bro.
question. Are the Nets unbeatable? Answer my question. Yes or no?
I don't know. We'll see. They look unbeatable.
So they look beatable, right? So that's my point
No, bro.
exactly.
They look unbeatable with the three superstars, bro.
Because only for 2 rounds, like let's see what they. I picked them to win, but let's not act as if Brooklyn's going to not lose another game the whole playoffs. Let's not act that's going to happen.
Bro, that's not the point, bro. You got two.
What are you
Listen,
guys
bro.
talking about?
You got one superstar versus three superstars.
Okay, in the 20. Okay, but we have seen teams with one superstar beat teams with two more superstars. So what are you talking about?
Bro, you don't really see that.
I don't think you're acting as if upsets never happened. That's what you're acting as if. It's like, look, I am not saying the Nets are. I'm not saying the Clippers would beat the Nets. I don't think they're going to, but we have seen, upsets happen before. It's like, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I never said that. I think it's going 7 games if that were the matchup. But if you're Kawhi, you're come here to Clipperland to win the championship for your city, right? So if you don't, so that's all I'm saying. I can't just give him a pass if he loses this year. I'm sorry, I can't. You can call me a hater as much as you want. I don't care, but that's just me personally. So,
Gillen, let me ask you this then: how you feel about the 2018 finals when LeBron versus that Golden State Warriors super team?
I'm sorry, man. It's not the fact LeBron lost, but to get swept like that, I cannot defend that. There's no excuses of that. Sorry, no excuses.
Okay. So, how are you comparing that to, let's say, Kawhi Leonard's situation towards another super team? Let's say he gets a win or two.
Okay.
Do you suspect the Clippers to beat a super team?
I don't think they will. All I'm saying is, here's the difference between this Clippers team and that Cavs team. Okay, I'm not trying to sound like a LeBron fan. I'm not. But here's the difference. You cannot compare. That Cavs team didn't have the depth the Clippers have now. Okay, you cannot compare the two situations. And first of all, and also, that Cavs team was crappy defensively. This Clippers team is very good, not only on the offensive end, but they can defend too.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, though. And I'm not trying. And here's the thing: LeBron and the Cavs already won back in 2016. Kawhi has won in Toronto and in San Antonio, but he came to LA so he can win a championship with the Clippers, right? So if you don't win this year, when are you ever going to win? Because that's all I'm saying. And also, you have to consider James Harden is banged up, so we don't know how he's going to look. Yes, the Nets are deep, but let's not act as if they're going to sweep the Clippers. Let's not act that that's going to happen. It's not, all right? I'm sorry. Hoot Fast can call me a hater, and I don't care. By the end of the day, I have my own opinion. If you don't win this year, Kawhi, the season's a failure. I'm sorry. I can't just give you a holy grail competing. Nah, man, you got to win it all. You have to win it all at some point. Because Dirk Nowitzki, with a way less talented team than Kawhi has now, beat the Miami Heat, and the Miami Heat were dominating the Eastern Conference. That's what people seem to understand.
Oh, yeah, they were in 2011.
That's what I'm saying. Wade, MVP.
Yeah, if James Harden is not playing, do you see this more of an even?
I said absolutely. Without James Harden, absolutely. Without James Harden, it's way more even. Yes, the Nets are still good, but without James Harden, they're way more even. That Kawhi definitely has no excuse. Same thing with Paul George.
No, that's different. But that super team, if he was lose to them, there's no knock against him, though.
I mean, that's you. That's you. Because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna keep giving people passes and passes and passes all the time. It's like, yes, the Nets are great, but here's what you need to understand: they don't defend. So the Clippers are going to score a lot of points, but the Clippers could defend. So, and the Clippers can score the ball great themselves. Do people understand the Clippers are the best 3-point shooting team in the NBA this year?
Yeah, they really are the best 3-point shooting team.
So that's my point. Let's not. Whose facts is acting as if this is the 2007 Cavs against the. Whose facts is acting as if it's the 2018 Cavs versus the Warriors? It's not. All right, it's not the same though. It's not the same. Paul George, he may not be a superstar, but he's an all-star.
Yeah.
I mean,
let's just put it this way then. What do you value in super team championships?
what do you mean by that?
Like, what's your value of super team championships if they beat, let's say, a guy with very little talent, like how we just
ring is a ring. A ring is a ring.
A ring is not a ring.
A ring is a ring.
No.
So is it the Nets' fault that they beat the Clippers? Is it their fault that the Clippers don't have a lot of talent, according to you? Whose facts?
It is their fault because they're the one that formed that bitch ass team to be unbeatable, nigga.
Okay.
That's why they. That's why they all teamed up like little bitches to do some sucker shit. That's sucker shit, bro. That's how I know, like, feel me, bro. Like, you never really played basketball.
I
See,
watch
like,
basketball, man.
all right,
I watch
you
basketball.
never played. You're not a competitor, so you can't speak on it. You got to be a competitor to understand what I'm talking about. So, it's certain things you want to understand about the game. And
All
this
right.
aspect, as far as competition, that's some fuck shit.
Have the Nuts won a championship yet?
Bro, you still don't understand, bro.
You're putting the Nets and said they're the greatest team of all time or something, dude. The Nets are not unbeatable.
Let me ask you a question.
No, the Nets got 0. Same with the Clippers.
Exactly. So what is Who's Fast talking about?
Let me ask you a question, bro. Let me ask you a question. Suppose if, right, you go to the park, right? Say for instance, you got beef with this one dude, right? You got beef with this one dude. So you go to the park. You go to the park to fight this one dude, right? Y'all both the same size, right? Then, right, you fighting this one dude, then 2 more dudes the same size as him help him jump you. And they go, I don't care, bro. Like, you lost the fight. A loss is a loss. Even though they did some fuck shit and gained up on you, but still, everybody, like, you got your ass whooped. A loss is feel me, bro? Like, a loss is a loss. They won. That's some fuck shit.
Okay, here's what you're not seeing to understand. Okay, here's what I'm saying. You don't know what's going to happen until you play on the court. Okay, sometimes a team can miss a shot or have a turnover or miss changing stuff. Okay, and here's another thing too. Ty Lue is arguably a better coach than Steve Nash. Okay, so Ty Lue has won before. Steve Nash is not. Those are things you're not seeing to understand. Yes, the Nets are deep, but so are the Clippers. And the Clippers are a better defensive team. I'm not saying the Clippers will beat the Nets, but I'm saying is that anything could happen. And the fact is that if you can go out here and give it your best shot and just defend and execute, you have a shot, though. Let's not act as if this is, the 07 Cavs versus the Spurs or something. Let's not act as if it's the 01 Sixers versus the Lakers. Those teams had no chance. The Clippers, here's what you need to understand. Kawhi Leonard came to this team and Paul George to not only get to the finals, but to win it all. That's what I'm saying. And if you don't win it all this year, then when are you going to win it all? That's what I want to know. Here's what you need to understand. The Nets can score a lot of points, but they don't defend, especially interior. That's what you need to. That's what you're not getting, though. You're putting the Nets as if the Brooklyn Nets are like 82-0 or something. They're a good team, but every team can get beaten a given night if you just rebound, execute, defend, etc. So I don't know what you're talking about this whole the Nets are unbeatable. Let's start with the narratives, though. No team is unbeatable. No team is invincible. The Warriors were not unbeatable with Kevin Durant. They won 7 games with the Houston Rockets and may have lost if Chris Paul was healthy.
Yeah, that's fast.
Well, like I said, man, you got to be a competitor to understand.
This hat is a Queensbridge hat, Marvin.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of Marv Albert is going to retire after the season's over. I want to ask who's.
Oh, that's one of my favorites, man. I grew up on Marv.
Mm-hmm.
For 3, yes.
Marv Albert.
Serving up official.
He's going to be heavily missed, man. I grew up on that guy.
Bang.
No. That's Mike Green. He says bang. No. But I want to ask, who's your other favorite commentator?
Mike Green.
I would say for more, Mike Green is Marv Albert.
Mm-hmm. Kevin Harlan.
He's good. I like Mark Jackson though. I'm gonna go a little new school.
There goes that man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like Mark Jackson, man. He's entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Jeff Van Gundy, he's all right.
Yeah, he's all right. Jeff Van Gundy can come off a little biased sometimes.
Wait, who? Who's biased sometimes?
Jeff Van Gundy.
He can be sometimes. That's true.
Chris Webber and Jalen Rose is all right.
Nah, Chris Webber's gone now. He's not on TNT anymore.
What happened to him?
I don't know.
Damn.
Right now, the Nets are just toying with the Bucks right now. I mean,
Oh, and now Hubie Brown. I'm sorry, I got to give Hubie Brown some props too.
Hubie Brown is underrated, man.
Yeah.
Doc Rivers, he was announcer.
Oh, look,
Yeah,
we
he
got
was.
a
He was
fight
all right.
going on. What's this fight? Ticky tack fight, man. It's 70. It's 74 to 110, 118. Wow,
God
What?
damn.
that's an
Yeah.
ass. I can't even call this
that's a
game because it's not
beatdown.
even a game. This is not even a game no more.
Yeah, man. So let's just talk for the most part. It's a blowout. Let's just chat for the most part.
You're right.
I got
man.
the Denver Nuggets beating the Suns against the game one.
Oh, and by the way, the Nets have a franchise record 23s, playoff record. Crazy. Just a fun fact for you. And
Man, the Nets are stacked, man. I mean, there's no way to. They stack offensively. Joe Harris can shoot that rock.
Joe Harris, and he can put the ball on the floor too.
Yeah. Yo, what do you think happened to the Lakers this offseason? They're going to be in the news a lot, bro. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
Do they form a super team or what?
LeBron need to go sit the fuck down somewhere and retire.
You know.
Hey, look at Tyler Johnson. He's arguing with the Buck though. Get in a fight a little bit. Sorry, get in a fight a little bit. I don't. If I were, I don't think the Lakers get another superstar. I don't see it right now. All right, I don't think that's going to happen.
No, I wouldn't doubt. Look, I wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah, if Dame Dollar go to the Lakers, though, I lose respect for him. Though. I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too, man.
You know,
I lose a little bit of respect for Dame because it's like I understand.
Right.
If I were Dame, man, go to. This is just me. I know I would go to either Milwaukee, Philly. I would consider Miami.
The New York Knicks.
Nah.
What team in the Western Conference? Let's just say he wants to stay in the Western Conference.
You think the Clippers would need him?
Yeah, I wouldn't want him on the Clippers though, because that'd be a big three too.
Super team.
Yeah, that'd be a super team. I don't want that neither. You know,
That's
so,
true. No, we're talking about West. We're talking about the West now.
Yeah.
You know what? I would. You know what?
Mm.
Like, if that's what it's going to take to beat the Nets, I would take them.
I mean, go ahead.
Because they form a super team, so we got to compete.
So that's the problem with super teams. Everybody follows lead. The next thing you know, everybody's going to make attempts to do it. That's the problem I don't like with basketball.
You ain't got no choice. Like, suppose you got beef with these niggas and they got guns. Like, you want to fight, but they got guns.
Yeah.
You got to go get you a gun.
Yeah. Hey, that makes perfect sense in beef terms.
What
other West teams
same
think
thing
they
with
would
basketball
go?
terms, right? Same thing with you got.
Oh, flagrant foul. Just don't throw that out there.
They got all these fucking future Hall of Famers and shit. What you gonna do? You gonna keep doing the same shit, or you gonna stack up?
Word. Yeah. How about the Pelicans, G Money?
That would not be a bad move because you have him and Zion with Brandon Ingram. That would not be a bad move, though.
That won't be a bad move.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he will have enough weapons. Won't be no excuses.
How about Dallas?
But hey, Dallas would be good.
Dallas.
That'd be good. Get rid of Porzingis and just have Dame.
Trash.
I agree.
Yeah.
No, that shit would work because Luka can't play off the ball.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
That shit's gonna look so bad. They wouldn't even make the playoff. That's gonna look bad.
That's a good point. I didn't thought that. Luka is ball dominant.
He is, man. And also, the problem with Luka and Dame at the same team, they both like to take. I know Luka could pass a little bit and Dame sometimes, but they both like to take air ball shots. So, and they like to take a lot of threes. So, I don't know how that would work, though.
Word, man. Yo, 74 to 123.
Damn.
Wow, man. But to me, the Bucks should be disgusted at themselves. To come out, I'm going to put up a rant on the Bucks right now. Okay. If you're Milwaukee, you're telling me you don't guard the three-point line. The Nets have 21 threes again, open looks. 2, the ball movement is stuck. 3, Giannis and Middleton have not had an impact. You don't feed Brook Lopez at all. Number 4, another thing of why they're getting blown out. Mike Budenholzer has made no adjustments whatsoever again, and it sucks. And here's what is so crazy. The Nets are doing this without James Harden and Jeff Green. Think about that. If Milwaukee loses
and Denver
series
too,
or worst case scenario gets swept, it'll be an embarrassment.
yeah.
Well, or at least tough, I can say. Because yes, the Nets are a good team, and you gotta give Brooklyn some credit because their offense is phenomenal and all of that. But I would have thought the Bucks would come out here and show much more, let's say, passion and grit, and they have not done that. And they're not guarding the 3-point line.
Well, it's like they waved the white flag pretty much.
Pretty much, they're waving a white flag. And I'm saying this: if Milwaukee loses Game 3, they're getting swept.
Yeah, most likely.
They better win Game 3 or it's over. Because
I'm gonna up mine to on 5. Though I think this is over in 5.
Yeah, same here. I thought it was going 6. I don't know how it's not gonna reach 6, man. The Nets are just too deep for the Bucks, and
yeah. And see, this goes to show you
next season.
This goes to show you that
payback time. It's payback.
He said payback. This goes to show you that the regular season could be fool's gold. Remember, Milwaukee was owning this team in the regular season.
I'm telling you right now.
Right.
My loss to the Lakers. My Lakers. We're gonna get our revenge next season.
Salute.
On the playoffs.
So how are your Bucks looking? They look horrible, man.
Bucks in 7.
Dude, this series is over.
Oh,
bro, this series is over. Milwaukee's no shot.
I go out swinging.
Pete, I'm telling for next season.
So the Nets win that 4th game, it's over.
Excuse me, what?
What?
As I tell the Nets win the 4th game, it's over.
Hey, the Nets win Game 3 is over.
Yes, no, I'm talking about they win 4 times like in the series. That's what I'm talking about.
I understand that, but let's use logic. What you're seeing in this game, open perimeter shots, lack of interior defense. I mean, let me keep going. Chris Middleton has been crap this whole game. Giannis has been garbage this whole game. Lopez has had no impact. Holiday having no impact.
What's up, Smooth?
Come on, man. You're losing to Blake Griffin is good, but Blake Griffin looks like the younger version of himself. Also, the fact is that you're losing to guys like Mike James, Tyler Johnson,
TLC.
Like, come on, man. Dude, this series is over. I do not have to wait and see because this with the Bucks' history in the playoffs, there's nothing for me to think this team has a real shot to come back and win this series.
Yeah, just like the Clippers, they can't even get past the second round. They're 0-8 in the second round.
And probably 0-9 when they lose to Utah, in my opinion. But let's be honest, all right?
Who fed Regis left?
Milwaukee to win.
I know
this
someone
series,
that
they gotta win
from
both home games.
From a 3-1 deficit in the finals, but that's another discussion. But anyways,
here's the difference though. You cannot compare the Bucks to the Cavs. The Cavs had a superstar in Kyrie, a top 5 power forward in Kevin Love, and a superstar in LeBron James. Don't compare the Cavs to the Bucks. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. That's a bad comparison. Yeah, here's the thing. That's a bad comparison. And also, Milwaukee's had a history of playing like crap in the playoffs because they make no adjustments. And come on, man. Let's be honest. This series is over. Stop giving the Bucks life. This series is done. All right, it's done.
Yeah,
They didn't win this in 5.
I'm telling you right now. Next season, my Lakers. We're gonna get revenge next season. I'm telling you right now.
Man.
We're not gonna win the finals. My Lakers will get revenge for the first one against the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, man. But this series is over, man.
Man.
And here's the worst case: Harden may come back. I doubt it, but he may come back.
He may come back for Game 3.
If he comes back for Game 3, even more in trouble.
Yeah.
So, did you think about that, Bistro?
Yeah, no.
So you still got Bucks in 7?
Well, yeah. I mean, I hopped up the bandwagon, so I just
Hey, He gonna have to ride that chip to the end, man. He made a pact.
Okay, so if the Bucks
I mean,
go
he made
down
a pact
3-0,
to
when they
come
come back, and Milwaukee loses game 3, when they come back and win 4 in a row,
I stopped saying 7.
bro.
Because I hopped on the bandwagon. That's why.
Hey man, I gotta give it to him though. He's sticking to his guns, man. You know, he's sticking to his guns.
Show, really? What?
He made a pact. I mean, he made a pact with the other Bucks fan. You know, you know what I'm saying? Yo, you riding to that ship fall off, right, Bistro?
Yep.
All right, dude, that's my man.
Bistro just mad because LeBron is not in the playoffs no more.
No, Bistro's a good guy. No, Bistro's a good guy, man. No,
He cool people.
He's
Hey,
a good guy.
Bistro,
Yeah.
look at the comment section, bro.
Damn, Bistro.
Microsoft say give Kyrie respect.
Man.
Him and X-Files, they be going back and forth.
Yeah. No doubt.
In tunes.
Oh yeah.
Feel like
All right. So
I'm telling you right now.
it's only 1 minute to go.
I'm telling you right now. My Los Angeles Lakers, we will get payback
We'll
from
be
the
the
first round
2022 champs.
if we get a third superstar.
No, they don't need a third superstar. They just got to get more shooters and then a better backup there, and that's it.
It's all depends on AD's health though.
Well, hold up. Okay, let me tell you guys why. I'm gonna tell you guys why. Okay, you guys realize that the Lakers only had 71 days off in the offseason? They had the shortest offseason in NBA history. It was someone like AD who's always injured. That's terrible for him. Like, he never think about this is what I heard from the Lakers. I don't know if it's true or not. I heard that AD came to the season out of shape.
Hey man, here's the thing about losing though, Bistro. When everybody loses, you know, there's always a bunch of excuses. Everybody pointing the finger.
I mean,
So,
71 days
I
it's legit though. Like, that's not like, hey, this never
yeah,
happened
but you
before
know
in
what? I
NBA
mean, that's just part of the pandemic, though. I mean, everybody got to deal with. We had the most injuries this whole season. It wasn't even, and some guys that didn't even make the playoffs, like the Warriors. Everybody was still getting banged up.
Well,
So,
the Heat. Look at the Heat. They suffered the exact same thing.
yeah, I mean, but everybody was banged up, though. I mean, it's just a season where injuries was very common.
It's like every player getting injured because
of COVID.
Because the off season was short. That's why.
Yeah, but that's all because of COVID, though. I mean, the league don't care who getting hurt. They just want money.
That's why I think the Lakers will bounce back because I think they'll be much more healthy this season. Like AD, he's going to have to work on his lower legs. Like he's going to
not just that. AD, he needs to work on his body though.
Yeah, I know. Well, first he needs to take like a couple months off. Like wait till because here's the thing. I was talking to somebody and someone said that AD even suffered like a calf injury against the Nuggets. Remember that one injury AD suffered against the Nuggets?
Yeah.
In his lower leg.
But that's common though. AD always hurts.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is, like, I think AD is gonna realize like he's gonna have to like take like a bit more time off. Because I think he's gonna low manage next season.
Okay. Yo, what you thought about that Kyrie crossover on Giannis? You gotta admit, bro, that was nasty.
Yeah, that was nasty, man.
That was like disrespectful to the court.
Oh no, I like Kyrie. It's just I just go out that one dude, you know.
Okay, yo, that was Kyrie's offensive skill set is crazy. He always hit you with a ooh and ah. But like, what is that? He had it behind his back, bro. What was that? He had the ball like dribbling behind his back, and somehow he was managed to cross Giannis up. I thought that was something nasty. I don't know how Giannis got crossed up so much. Giannis tilted back, so Kyrie created space, and then he just had to get a hand up, and Kyrie already had the ball up by then. Kyrie got some thick handles, bro.
I'll tell you right now. If my Lakers was happy in this playoffs, we would be the Phoenix Suns, the Denver, or the Utah Jazz, and my Lakers would be the Brooklyn Nets in 7 games if AD was healthy.
Depends how healthy. Depends.
LeBron ankle was hurt too, but LeBron did choke in Game 6.
And man, you can't keep giving excuses for injuries because all athletes get hurt. Yeah, that's part of the game. If you're on the court, you got to be reliable for what goes on. I mean, it is what it is. Unfortunately, life ain't fair. So you just gonna have to deal with the card that you was dealt.
I'm gonna tell you this: Kevin next challenge for next year is no other than LeBron James. That's his next challenge.
Well, I can't answer that because I don't know what's gonna happen next
I
year.
agree. I need that finals again. I need that LeBron versus KD one more time.
Yeah, one more time for next year. LeBron just need one more ring.
Because those two matches in Golden State.
At least I'm saying at least LeBron beat KD in 2012.
Yeah, but hey, you gotta put that in perspective. That's Miami Heat years. They're supposed to win.
Yeah.
Well, same for Golden State, 2017 and 18.
Skip Bayless, just stop.
But not for 2017. 2017, I got a little beef with 2017 because 2017 had their big three. The big deciding factor in that was the role players.
Yeah, the role
players. Because look at it like this: you had Durant, LeBron, that's their matchup. Curry, Kyrie Irving, and Love and Klay Thompson. I'm just going to give Klay Thompson. And the deciding factor was that bum, Draymond Green, and them role
Prince. Hey, Prince, you know what was crazy? Let's say
what's up, Bistro? I mean, not Bistro. I'm sorry, G-Money. I'm talking to Bistro.
Hey, Prince,
what's up?
Let's say the Warriors won the 2016 championship. Let's say that. You know Draymond Green would have been Finals MVP if they won that year?
Yeah, that's the crazy. Arguably, yeah. That's the crazy thing about it, though, bro. Is Draymond Green. We call this guy a bum. We call this guy a bum every single day. Even when he was an all-star Bistro, he only averaged about 12 points a game. How you become an all-star with just 12 points a game?
Yeah, but Prince, his impact is way beyond scoring, though. Like, his defensive impact is real. Like, look.
Yeah, it was real back then. I give you that. It was real back then. I give you that. But as time went on, man, his prime really only was like 2 years. He was really only hot.
It was just 3 years, I would say. 14th, the Warriors' first championship to like their second championship. Those were the 3 years. Because think about that, he had 32 points in Game 7, along with 6 3-pointers.
Yeah,
32 points, and think about it, he was one assist shy from a triple double.
Yeah, I get that. I'd say he had about 2 good years. I think I'm gonna go with 2, but you could stretch it out to 3. It's really the same stuff, But I'm gonna say he had a very short reign of being a so-called good player.
It's just like. Offensively, he doesn't really have much any moves as well. So it's like, because like Prince, did you watch the Grizzlies and the Warriors playing game?
We did, yes, we did.
Like you seen that last possession, like when he just botched that layup.
That was I think was he trying to pass it or something? He should have just laid it home.
He was trying to throw up the glass,
which was silly.
Get blocked.
That was silly. He should just
the Warriors would have been in the playoffs if Draymond Green could just stop averaging the triple single. If he could just get double digits in one of those games or show up in those games,
they probably the Warriors didn't make the playoffs. That one game versus the Lakers, look, they made some mistakes. The Warriors were careless with the ball in the second half in that game against the Lakers. And also, I'm not saying it was rigged. I'm not, but the whole KCP missed travel, that's another story. That was a missed call, but the Warriors got careless with the ball against the Lakers. And that Grizzlies game, they could not stop Xavier Tillman, Grayson Allen,
KCP didn't travel. It was almost
KCP traveled. Watch, he traveled. Watch.
He did travel.
It wasn't like
yes, he did.
He did move his pivot foot.
Bro, he moved his foot. Yeah, that was a travel. Bro, watch the play. It was 100 for LeBron hit that crazy 3. It was a travel. It was a travel. But anywho, the Warriors were up 13 at halftime, so they just got careless with the ball and cost them. If the Warriors were in the playoffs, I don't think they would have beat the Suns or Jazz. I doubt it, but it would have
got swept.
You think so? I think we won a game or 2.
Not against Utah. Well, if Donovan Mitchell missed game 1, it probably would have been the exact same thing as against the Grizzlies. If 5.
And why would they would have played the Suns, hypothetically speaking?
Nah, I think they would have got swept. If the Suns beat the Lakers in 6, the Suns would have swept them.
Nah, I think Golden State would have won 1 game, and that's it. So speaking of the Suns, I know Prince got the Nuggets, which is shocking, and Tay got
yeah. I got to go for something shocking, man. I can't be going. I got to start going for something a little crazy. I know Denver is they're depleted, so to speak, but I mean, I'm gonna have a little fun with it. I'm gonna go with Denver.
Okay, and I know Tay has Phoenix. Who do you got? Who do you got tonight? Phoenix or Denver? Bistro.
I would give it to Phoenix. I think
that could go 7 games though. That's so evenly matched a little bit.
I'd say Phoenix in 6, to be honest.
I think
if they were healthy, would have went 7.
Had Jamal Murray playing this series, I think.
And don't forget Will Barton though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, I mean, they made it to West Conference Finals without Will. I mean, I think Will Barton.
No, he was there too. I think he was there. Oh, he was out last year. He was out. Never mind.
I mean, I think he's overrated. Like, I don't think he's really. I think he's just like an inefficient shot chucker. Like, I don't think he's really that good, honestly. Like, he's good, but it's like, I don't think he's really that impactful. You get what I'm talking about?
Inconsistent, you can say.
Yeah. Do you have more respect for him than Andre Drummond? you stay bashing Andre Drummond, Bistro.
It's true. I mean, Bistro does have a point with Drummond. I mean, Drummond is a good player, but he puts up empty calories. He's just
I mean, he's a walking reason why empty stats exist.
Prince, I'm telling you, if he goes to a terrible team next season, terrible team next season, watch, he's gonna put up a 30-30 game, and you're gonna be like, see, Drummond was this, Drummond was that. Watch, I'm telling you, if he goes to a terrible team, he's gonna put up a 30-30 game next season or 30-25.
Well, you know what? I don't think people will fall for that okie doke, because if he's on a terrible team and he got the ball and he's just taking a bunch of shots, he's supposed to get those numbers. Even on a bad team, somebody got to drop 30 points. Somebody has to. I mean, it's going to give to somebody. That don't mean they're a good player.
Damn, 125 to 85?
86.
Yeah, man, that wasn't even a game, man. That was just that game was over a long time ago.
The game was over after the first quarter. I mean, I'll make this quick and simple. All right.
Yeah.
The Milwaukee Bucks disgraced themselves. Okay. Their interior D was a joke. Their perimeter defense was a joke. Their ball movement was horrible. I would have thought the Bucks would come up with more passion. It's not the fact they lost this game. How do you get blown by 40 points after losing game 1? That's what I want to know. Usually the team that loses the game comes up flying out of a cannon. But in this case,
no, you did, Zach.
Milwaukee was stuck in the Bermuda Triangle. That's what they love. Milwaukee was stuck in the Bermuda Triangle. Like, it was embarrassing for them. For Brooklyn, I was born in Brooklyn, right? And for Brooklyn, the ball movement was great. They're cutting, they're spacing, their defense. I told you, the Nets can defend when they want to. So, and you saw in the complete package. Look, if the Bucks have to win games 3 and 4, if they go down 3-0 or 3-1 is over. They got to win both home games.
True that.
They got to come up with more intensity. Kyrie was killing Drew Holiday like it was nothing. I mean, Kevin Durant, face-up jump shots. Blake Griffin snatching the soul out of Giannis. I mean, Mike James, Bruce Brown. I mean, come on, man. It's like they're decent players, but come on, they look like all-stars out there. Like, it's crazy. So crazy, so unbelievable. And game 3 is Milwaukee season. They lose that game, I think they get swept. If they lose game 3, they get swept. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think they're getting swept. I up mine's to 5 games. I'm just going to give Milwaukee 1.
Mm-hmm.
But if they lose game 3, it's a sweep.
It's a sweep because Brooklyn's going to have the mindset, hey, we don't want to give this team a chance up 3-0. They want to end it. I think Milwaukee wins game 3. I think they'll come out with more effort at home. Usually, teams play better at home compared to on the road. So I think Milwaukee's going to, bounce back at home. But
Kyrie Irving only had to score 22 points. That just means he getting a hell lot of help. Look at this, bro. He only had to score 22 points from one of your best players, and that just goes to show you the team is just hitting on all cylinders in this game.
Yeah, Bruce Brown had 13, Harris had 13, Blake Griffin. If you actually watch the game, he was impactful today with his.
Blake Griffin's been impactful the first 2 games.
I mean, Mike James didn't shoot great, but if you watch the game, he had an impact today. I mean, Kevin Durant's Durantula. Everyone contributed for Brooklyn. For Milwaukee, I mean, look at this. Giannis, 18 points. That's not enough. I mean, Middleton, 7 of 20. Come on. 17 points. Lopez, only 10. Really? Drew Holiday, 13 points. Not enough. How that's crazy. PJ Tucker, 2 points. Where was his defense at? Where was his defense? Milwaukee gave up 52% shooting and 50% from three, while Milwaukee also went 4 of 9 at the line. I'm sorry for that. And the Bucks went 4 of 9.
Xbox is coming for you.
Wait, what?
Nothing. I'll talk about the comment section.
Yeah, man. Yeah, this series is over, in my opinion. I just don't think the Bucks have the depth. And again, I was wrong about the Mavs and the Clippers. I was in fact wrong, but I promise you, it won't reach 7. No way. It's not going to reach 7. After what I saw today, Brooklyn has too much quickness, transition, and they're just too deep for the Bucks.
Right.
I'm sorry.
B-Star, is that you?
Yeah.
All right. Yo, Microsoft getting at you in the comment section, man.
Bro, hey, you know what this guy said? He said
What?
LeBron was never the best player of this generation.
What?
What?
That's
Said that.
ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Mm.
LeBron has been the best player in this generation. He has.
Man, this guy's a troll, man. I don't even know why I even go at these trolls, man. I don't know.
Then stop. Then don't respond.
But I will win one day against him.
I mean, someday.
Hey, man, the battle rages on, man. You got a lot to go at, man. I see you going at.
Exactly.
There's other dudes you be going at, too. I forget some of the names. So.
And Zach, I like you, Zach. You should come in the panel someday, Zach. And Xbox. You should come in the panel.
Zach said he'd be when his Wi-Fi gets situated.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
So now he just do the comment thing, you know. But yeah, man, this is bad. This is bad.
Hey, you know what's crazy about
for the
this?
Eastern Conference, though.
Yeah.
This probably literally may be the only the best chance the Bucks could ever win the championship this season, but they're gonna miss the opportunity.
Oh, I agree with that. The East is going to get stronger. New York, Atlanta, Boston, Miami, teams are going to get stronger. Brooklyn, they're going to make some moves. This was Milwaukee's best chance to get to the NBA Finals and win it all. Now,
This year and last season.
Last season, they just embarrassed themselves. This year, here's what's crazy. They look so dominant versus Miami, and it's a topsy-turvy against Brooklyn. And here's the thing. The Nets don't even have Jeff Green and James Harden. Think about that.
Oh, yeah.
If they were healthy right now, it would be even worse, the way this is going. But I will say this. If for Milwaukee to have a shot, they got to get game 3. They got to win game 3. They can't go down 3-0 to these guys. They're not going to come back from 3-0. So they win game 3, then they have some, confidence going to game 4. They lose game 3, I think Brooklyn will sweep them. Because the Nets, I think it's going 5 games. I just think the Bucks, they're not clogging the paint right now, okay? And they're not attacking the basket. Only 9 free throw attempts, really? The Nets don't even have rim protection other than DeAndre Jordan. And you only get to the line 9 times. You got to start attacking the basket. And why is Giannis taking 7 threes and only making 2 of them? Giannis, you're not a three-point shooter, man. And if you're going to shoot threes, put Ark in your shot. Like, come on.
Oh, yeah.
It's great. Yeah? What's so funny, Tay?
Nothing.
Look what Xbox said.
Let me
Oh my god.
2000s, Kobe and Duncan. What about Shaq? What about Shaq in the 2000s?
Yeah, he was the best.
And Shaq was the best. How was it Durant?
I don't know about Shaq for that era though. I think Shaq he was probably like for 3 years or so, but after the whole decade, I would probably. That's pretty accurate. Kobe or Tim Duncan?
Oh, okay. The more I thought about it, you're right, Xbox. 2010 Durant. How? If you talk about scoring wise, yes. If you talk about overall player, no. Like, how's KD been more impactful than LeBron? That doesn't make any sense.
No, but you're talking about this is a new era of basketball. You guys do realize, right? This is a new decade. This is the 2020s. So I can't say LeBron's the best player of this era. You could probably make a case for the 2010s, though.
No, 2010s is LeBron. This era is probably It's only been 1 year, so you have a good point, Prince. We're talking about
and look who
2010.
won.
He's going to retire this generation.
And look who won it. That's 2020. Just saying though. But now I think it's gonna be like Lucas or Zion's.
Probably. Zion has to make the playoffs at some point, right?
Oh yeah, true.
He has to make it, obviously. I think he'll make the playoffs next year, depending what New Orleans does. But don't sleep on John Morant. Morant is up there. Don't sleep on him. Morant's a beast.
And LaMelo Ball.
And LaMelo. I feel so bad. And Anthony Harris. I feel so bad for LaMelo, man. I'll be honest with you. If the Hornets didn't lose Gordon Hayward and LaMelo Ball for most of the season, they would have made the playoffs. What do you think?
Exactly. Yeah.
Because people forget how good the Hornets were. The Hornets were like a top 4 seed in the East. Gordon Hayward hurt his foot, and then he missed the rest of the season. And don't forget, LaMelo. I think it was in March against the Clippers. LaMelo hurt his hand, and he missed a month. Fully healthy, I think the Hornets would have made the playoffs this year.
I agree.
Hey, yo, T, what are you talking about, though? Are you talking about somebody in the comment section? I guess you're having a conversation.
Oh, shit. Tunes here.
So,
wait, what?
Tunes. How about the mic?
Bruh, I always go back to a point like in Game 7 between the Nuggets and the Clippers. I remember Tunes was talking a lot, and I remember.
I remember that.
I remember the Nuggets got
Oh yeah, I was on the channel at the time.
Oh yeah,
I remember.
I remember that me and Bishop roasted the heck
out. And I want to throw this out.
year.
Yo, Prince, did you know our first time we talked together, it was the Bucks and the Nets? Just a fun fact. It was on MLB. Just a fun fact.
I did, boy.
Oh yeah, Bucks and that was a good game. That's that regular season game.
It was a fun game though. It was a fun game. But back to the Nuggets and the Clippers. Oh yeah, Bishop, you're saying that you were chatting with Tunes about the whole game and Kawhi.
Yeah, I just remember when the Nuggets came back and when they took a big lead. He didn't say a single word from there. I remember. I remember that as well.
Okay, but I want to ask
because Tay was just saying emojis, like laughing emojis, like throughout the whole thing, and no one responded. Like no one, like everybody was quiet.
Right. And I want to throw this out there. If speaking of the Clippers, if they win the championship, is this Kawhi's best accomplishment for his career? If they win it all this year?
Yep.
Yeah, it's up there. Actually, it is. No, that would be his best individual accomplishment as a basketball player.
The Clippers going to lose to the Utah Jazz in 6 games.
I know. I know that, Tay, but I'm just saying a hypothetical. Like if he wins it all, it would be one of his best accomplishments. What do you think, Bistro? If Kawhi wins the championship with the Clippers this year, do you think it's the best accomplishment in his career?
It'll be right there with 2019, but I gotta see how he wins it because, like like saying it like right now, like it will be true, but I gotta see how he wins it.
Come on, man! Like, I gotta use the whole if this player had played, it would have won.
Oh no! I just want to see like what kind of games does he have, like a 40, 50, like that's what I'm talking like I just want to see like first, like like you get what I'm talking about.
I get it though, but what happens if he has big fourth quarters on both sides of the ball, like monster fourth quarters? Then will you give him credit?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay, T.
I don't see the Clippers beating the Jazz. I doubt it. The only way the Clippers beat the Jazz if they prevent the pick and roll, if they guard the 3-point line.
All I gotta say is this: the Clippers got a lot of pressure to make it to the finals.
I agree with that. I agree. Because with no Lakers around, there's no excuse. I know the Suns are good, but they're injured. They're young, and the Nuggets are not healthy. But I gotta be honest. I got the Jazz.
I don't know. I think the Nuggets could beat them because I just don't think the Nuggets fear the Clippers. Like
without Murray and Barton, I don't know. I know it was regular season, but that's regular season. You're telling me they'll win a 7-game series if they're not healthy against LA?
Yeah. His first shot of the evening. A long three.
Like I know it's a regular season matchup, but the last matchup they faced each other, the Clippers had like a 15-point lead, and the Nuggets came back once again like last season. So it's like the same thing keeps on happening with the Nuggets and the Clippers. The Clippers they get to off to a 16, 17 point lead. The Nuggets come back and win by like 10 points. It's just like keeps on happening every single game. So it's like I just don't know, man. Like I really don't know. Like I don't think the Clippers want to face the Nuggets. I just don't think they want to. Like
you don't think they want that smoke?
Nah, I just think the Nuggets just on the mental edge over them. Like
Mm.
Well, speaking of the Nuggets, right now they're at the Valley of the Sun, and they're on TNT right now, and they're up 5-2. And so a quick start. I'm saying this: if Denver can get one game in Phoenix, they have a shot to Capazzo and one. If Denver can get a game in Phoenix, then Prince, your take of Denver pulling up an upset could be possible.
Probably, yeah. They got this good lead right now, right?
Yeah, man. The Nuggets have a lot of depth, man. I mean, Aaron Gordon can fly to the rim. Michael Porter can fly. Joker, he's very he can push the pace. He can dribble like a point guard. He can stretch the floor. And you got Jermichael Green that can stretch the floor. Paul Millsap's a good veteran to have on your team. If Denver were fully healthy, I would have picked this team to come out the West if they were fully healthy.
Me too. I would pick them out the West as well.
That's what's up. I think they still. Something tells me I think they still could beat this Phoenix team without those guys.
I mean, it's possible, but the game is close. Are they gonna have enough offense? That's the thing.
Man.
And speaking of offense, my MPJ with the banger. Michael Porter's come a long way. The dude can shoot.
Yeah.
He can fly to the rim. And DeAndre Ayton with the slam and jam, and it counts in the foul. Yeah, just want to fake comment to that play.
That's what's up.
Yes, that was a vicious jam there. So, if the Nuggets do win this series, I want to ask you, if Denver faces, let's say, Utah, how long do you think that series would go if that were the matchup?
Oh my! The NBA will not like that. Oh my God! Yes, small market team in the Western Conference Finals. That would be crazy.
Yeah, that'd be wild, man.
That's gonna be a low rating. That's gonna be low.
I mean, even though I'll be in Ghana by Sunday, I'll watch it.
I mean, I still watch it too, but the reason why nobody else will watch that these shows is because how the NBA is promoting itself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but here's the thing, Prince. Can they really promote those stars? Like,
yeah, you can promote a Donovan Mitchell. You definitely sure can.
Yeah, but do they have the personality though? Like you gotta have like it factor. Like if you don't have the it factor, like it's hard to like.
I understand, but
like,
you can
look at Zion. Like look at Zion. He has the it factor. I try to tell people this: if it wasn't for
damn.
You know what other guy actually has the media coverage, but he just
you don't
like in LeBron's shadow. You know what it is? It's Steph Curry. If Steph Curry,
Steph Curry has the it factor to be likable, but the NBA still don't promote him as much. They came off him.
No, remember 2016, 17, 18?
Yeah.
He was promoted heavily. Like, look at this season.
And it worked. That's what I'm trying to say, though. At the end of the day, they still always go back to LeBron, though. Mix it up a little bit. That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
but
look at Kawhi. Like, does Kawhi really have the personality to be famous? Like, no. Like, it's just like he's boring. Like not his game, but like as far as him, like what's something about Kawhi? You'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna go home, not party, not anything, and I'm gonna go home and watch Kawhi play. Do you ever hear anybody say that? No.
No. Well, I mean, you are right about the star quality thing. There's some guys that don't have the star quality.
Because look at LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball is going to have that.
Yeah, he has a good advertisement factor. So does Lonzo Ball to a certain extent. But I still think the NBA could promote that. There's more promotable guys that you could promote. I think Donovan Mitchell is one of them. You could at least promote him to a more bigger masses, though.
But in Utah,
I mean, Utah is a small market, but you could still get away with it, though. It all depends on how you promote the player.
I just think they just got the it factor. Like I don't know, because to me, look, you say you don't have any social media accounts, right?
Say that again.
You say you don't have any social media accounts?
Nah, this is pretty much it.
Yeah, because if you look on social media, obviously LeBron's first, but then second is Steph Curry, and the thing is, Steph Curry really isn't close as far as social media followers. LeBron's right there with the soccer players, Ronaldo, Messi, because obviously soccer is a global.
Man, Book has a complete package. He can. I'm sorry for interrupting you guys. He can post up. He can drive. He can shoot the mid range. He can shoot the three, and he's like that. Some people compare D Book to Kobe Bryant, which I think that's kind of blasphemy. What do you think?
No, I don't see no similar in their games. You know,
I
I
just
don't
feel
even.
like I just feel like you gotta let these players beat them, like like just like let them beat them, like like I know people want to compare all the time, but just let these players beat them, like
That's true, man, and that's true. And I want to ask you, if the Phoenix Suns win this series against the Denver Nuggets, how far do you think they can push the Jazz or the Clippers if that were the matchup in the Western Conference Final?
What happened? Say again.
If Phoenix beats Denver, which I think they will, and they play LA or Utah, how far do you think they'll push either team in the Western Conference Finals?
I gotta see how the Suns beat the net. Not the Nets, the Nuggets. Honestly.
So if they win in 5 games, then what? Just hypothetical against the Nuggets.
Then I think they can make it to the finals.
Mm.
But if it takes them like 7 games, then because that's when the experience will come in.
That's true. Because other than Jay Crowder and Chris Paul, they don't have a lot of experienced guys. They don't have a lot of guys that have been deep in the playoffs. And remember, Chris Paul's not fully healthy right now because he still has that shoulder injury. So those are things we have to consider.
Bro, every year with Chris Paul, man, like he's always like dealing with these injuries like at the worst time.
Exactly, man. 25th. I know Chris Paul's injury history in the playoffs. I remember back in 2015, he hurt his hamstring versus the Spurs. 2016, he hurt his hand, and Blake Griffin got hurt the same game 4 against the Blazers. 2018, Chris Paul hurt his hamstring again.
That was the worst, man. That was the worst.
And I'll be honest with you, man. If he was healthy in that series, they would have beat the Warriors. What do you think?
I think Golden State would have won Game 6 either way, but it would have been. They would
have won game. I think Houston would have won Game 7.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Game 6, the Warriors won by 29, so it wouldn't have mattered. But Game 7, they only lost by 9 points, and they shot missed 27 straight threes.
Here's the thing: the Warriors they didn't like the last 5 minutes of the game. They didn't really try because they knew that they had the game because it was like a 13-point game. So it was a 9-point game, but it wasn't really a 9-point game. It was like more like a 14, 15-point game.
I mean, I understand that, but my point I'm saying that if you have Chris Paul on the court, you have a guy that can give Steph Curry some problems, that can make him work on defense. And 2, you have Chris Paul who can not stop Curry, but contain him because he's a good man-to-man defender and he can get you some deflections and steals. And don't forget, and even in 2019, the Rockets just choked. 2020, the Thunder choked. But I'm not choked, but, they lost to the Rockets. And then this year, he hurt his shoulder.
2019, they choked the Rockets. Oh,
no, the Rockets choked. They did.
My God. That's another year from the Rockets as well. That was really their best year for the Rockets. Like, I still can't believe it. Steph Curry had 0 points in Game 6 in the first half.
And dropped 33. But to me, the Blazers choked 2 in that same year. Let's be honest. Portland and Houston beat Houston. That should have been Golden State. The Warriors should not have been in the finals that year. Let's be honest. But then last year, Chris Paul, OKC overachieved, but he lost to Houston in 7. And then this year, he's on a Phoenix team that overachieved at the second best record in the NBA, and then he hurt his shoulder. I don't think the Suns make the finals because I think they'll be a little young, but I do think if they win this series, they'll give Utah or LA a lot of trouble because the Suns, not only are they good offensively, they're great defensively. And DeAndre Ayton has been phenomenal in the playoffs and D-Book. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Beaster, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
LeBron's retired. So who in the NBA are you marketing then? Because you said it's about some got to have the it factor. Who has that it factor right now then?
I would say from Minnesota, Anthony Edwards or LaMelo Ball.
Okay.
But the thing is, I don't know if I'll look at them the same because they're my age. Well, I'm like 2 years older than them, so it's gonna be kind of weird now, like looking at guys like a bit younger than me, like.
Well, hey man, we're entering a new generation of basketball.
I'm gonna start feeling like you guys now, like Prince. I don't know how old you are, like you guys, like Gillian. I don't know how old you are as well, but like.
Bro, I go generations, so my basketball generation is pretty much over.
So it's gonna be weird for me to be favorites of guys who are younger than me. Like I never thought about that, honestly.
Yeah. But are you into this next wave, this new generation of basketball that's coming up?
Oh yeah, I do. Well,
Okay.
I'll just watch the games, but like, will I be like, will I watch it every single night? Probably not. Like, like there's some nights like I would just do this. Like, definitely in the plus, I'll definitely watch.
So you just waiting for the next big star to come. That's basically it.
No, no, no. I feel like they're part of this generation, but
Yes.
like either way, like I'm gonna watch less basketball each year. Like after LeBron retires, like, and that's who knows when it's like probably like 2026, 2027, like around that time. Like, that's whole different whole different years. Like, who knows what's gonna happen in the world by then?
Oh yeah.
So
Oh
we'll
yeah.
see.
Oh, trust me, there'll be a new guy that gets all the talk, and he'd be all over ESPN. He'd be all over Fox Sports. There's always the new it guy. There'll be somebody else. I don't know who it is, but it will be somebody.
Zion, Luca, LaMelo.
I don't know if it's going to be either one of those guys that's playing now. It could be some guy that's not even drafted yet.
Right. To me, I can't wait for the new generation because you got guys like Joker, Morant, Randall, Sabonis, Zion, you have D Book. You have a lot of guys who are going to pop out soon. And even James Wiseman if he can get healthy. So
Oh yeah.
you have a lot of guys who are going to pop out. So even if LeBron retired, the NBA is in good hands, man.
Oh yeah.
But to me, I liked it better back then in the old day when they promoted the superstars. Remember the NBA on NBC back then?
Oh yeah.
They did a good job promoting teams and stuff. You don't see that as much anymore.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's only going to change from now on. It's becoming more star driven, and it's going to be like that even more. Just waiting for that next it factor, the guy that either could get underneath people's skin or not. Sometimes negative criticism is just as big as positive criticism because people are still talking about you.
True. And almost forgot about Luka too. Luka Doncic too. Almost forgot about him. So
yes, but I don't. I think he'll be like the Dirk of this next generation. I don't think he would.
I think he'll be more famous than Dirk, honestly, because of social media.
Yeah, you could make a good case for that, but still, politics come into play. He's not an American player, so a lot of people in the States won't relate to him like that. It's always like that for European players, unfortunately. But that's just how politics go sometimes.
Yeah, man. And what kills me with the media today, they don't talk about virtually many other teams. It's always either the Lakers, the Nets. It's like, yo, talk about other teams sometimes, all right? That's the problem. That's the problem with the sports media. Sports media today, to me, it's flawed sometimes because they don't break the game down well. They don't give us any in-depth analysis, and it's just a bunch of fanboys and
the fanboy era will not change. I think it's a couple years from now. There's going to be some new player that's probably in high school right now that's about to be the next big sensation, and everybody going to be talking about him. He's going to have a legion of fanboys. This is never going to stop. It's going to go from player to player.
Yeah, I hear it. But what I meant to say was Joker feasting the paint right now. But what I meant to say is, back then in like the 90s, 2000s, even 80s, 70s, back then, you had much objective sports media that broke the game down, that had good arguments.
It's because of Skip Bayless. That's why.
No, I said back then. Now I'm seeing that this guys are biased. Skip sometimes. I mean, Max Kellerman sometimes. Stephen A. sometimes. I mean, Nick Wright. I mean, and also there's too many stat nerds out there. Like Nick, especially Nick Wright. When I listen to Nick Wright, the dude talks nothing but numbers, man. It's like, yo, have you heard the word context? And also, Stephen A. Smith, I don't hate Stephen A. Stephen A. makes some good points here and there, but other times I just think he builds narrative. I remember one time he said, here's the craziness. Remember when he got mad at Durant going to Golden State, but he want Giannis to go there?
I'm going to check him out.
Yeah, he said that one time. And also, here's what's crazy, too. Also, he has problems with Westbrook. I don't know. And then Max Kellerman, the dude's a dumbass. Okay, I remember one time he said Kawhi was more clutch than Kobe, which is blasphemy. He also said one time that Durant was not a top 5 player, barely. Like what? He also said that can I keep going? He also said that Kristaps Porzingis has Shaq-like tendencies, and he also said that that Karl Anthony Towns will be the next Hakeem Olajuwon. Are you kidding me? There's also Ryan Hollins. I'm sorry, the dude's a LeBron Dick Slurper. No offense, be sure. You're a good guy. I'm talking about Ryan Hollins. And oh boy, there's a lot of guys in the media that it's hard to listen to because they don't,
Yeah, because all that bias fanboy agenda,
exactly. And
but once they don't have a guy to do that for, the NBA be better for a couple years. But question is, can the NBA survive off without having a face of the league, without having a guy to heavily promote? That's a good question to answer.
Then it probably Luka Doncic. I think Luka's the next guy to promote. That's my guess. What do you think, Beaster? You think who do you think will be the next face of the league when LeBron retires?
Yeah, like Luka, LaMelo, Zion,
and Ja. Those have been Ja.
Oh yes, John Morant. But the thing is, he's in Memphis, so it's like I think he'll be like a little bit like I think, because I know Zion's in a small market, but Zion's more like you get what I'm talking about. Like he has like a little bit more A factor than Ja. Ja definitely does well, but I do think John Morant playing in Memphis will hurt him a little bit, but he's definitely gonna like get the coverage.
Yeah, he won't get a lot of coverage back. He won't get a lot of coverage, but but he might still get some. And also, there's a lot of guys who have to go on new teams, like Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine needs to get out of Chicago. I'm sorry, he cannot stay with the Bulls. Dame, I don't think Dame's gonna be in Portland. I think he's gone. Also, it's crazy though. So yeah, but I like the league. I don't mind the league. It's just that what the league has to do better, they gotta stop calling everything a flagrant foul and stuff. Like now you can't even breathe into somebody anymore.
Bring some defense back.
Exactly.
Allow a little physicality, just a little.
Exactly, just a little, not a lot, because you don't want fights, but
Yeah. The perfect pace of the NBA was the early 2010s, like not the 110s, not the 80s, like the 90s, like the 9-point games. Through through 90 to 100. That was actually the perfect pace of the NBA. Like not too high, not too low.
Okay.
You gonna talk about or no?
Yeah, I'm about to go, guys. See you later.
Yo, B-So, I'm about to head out too, man.
All right.
See you. Have a good one, y'all.
You too.
Oh, what's wrong with that? How come I always have a hard time closing this out? Oh, okay. Oh, Tay, that was you up in there? Tay. Oh. My bad, Tay. I didn't see you in trying to come in the chat. I was busy having a conversation, man. I didn't even look down the bottom to see your name in there. I get you next time. My bad. We about to be out, yo. Yeah, I could enjoy this Denver Nuggets Phoenix Suns game. It should be a close one. Let's see how that turns out. But yeah, man, this was a blowout, bro. I don't even know what to make of this game with the. I don't even know what to make of it, yo. It was just crazy, man. We out, yo. Peace.